Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel.
One of my favorite things about working for an airline is I can literally go wherever I want, whenever I want. And this random Thursday, I was literally on lunch and I was like, where am I going this weekend? I'm craving Italian pasta, so I knew I wanted to go to Italy. And I've already done like the Amalfi Coast, I've done Rome, I've done Naples. Why not Venice? I've been literally wanting to go there for so long. So guess where we're going? Venice! I ended up texting my mom. She's never been to Venice either, and we both been wanting to go. So I was like, what you doing this weekend? So my mom ended up joining in Venice. Venice is a city built on water. There are not many cars, not many roads, literally just boats and your own 2 feet. So we got a water taxi once we landed. I would honestly recommend reserving this ahead of time or getting a private boat. We stayed on the main island of Venice and it only took about a 30-minute boat ride to get there. And it's so funny to me because you know how we have bus stops in America? They have boat stops, and that's literally where we got off at and walked to our Airbnb. Now let me tell you something. Walking in Venice with luggage is literally criminal activity because there's lots of steps, of course, the cobblestones, and it's hot. Now granted, we didn't even have to go that far. As you can see in front of us, there's literally steps to cross over each canal and you have to carry your luggage up each canal. So it was just a lot getting there. We were drenched in sweat and we were like passing all these tight corners and cute streets. So we were making mental notes of like, where are we gonna come back? Where are we gonna shop? Where are we gonna eat? But everything was just so pretty. I was having a hard time like conceptualizing this because I had seen Venice in so many movies and I've always seen photos about it. You know how when you finally see one of your bucket list places in person, you're just like, oh my gosh. What better way to start the trip off than with authentic Italian gelato? Like literally one of my favorites. While we waited to be able to check into our hotel, we just did some sightseeing, walked around and got some cash from the ATM because the tour that we're doing tomorrow, we actually need euros to pay for the boat taxi. Now mind you, I still have to work this day, and because I am on European time, it translates from 3 to 11. So I spent majority of this day really just working and making sure everything was straight at work before I got ready for dinner. And this was my first full meal since we had been to Venice. Pasta was amazing. I love a fresh salad. I mean, actual fresh vegetables. Like, who would have thought? Day 2 in Venice, and literally our last day because we leave tomorrow. Y'all, when I say quick trip, because your girl got to be back at work on Monday. Today we're going to be doing an island hopping tour that we booked through Airbnb. And one thing that I learned was that Venice is not just one island. It's actually made up of over 100 small islands. So today we're going to be island hopping to discover the 3 main islands of Venice, which are Murano, Burano, and Torcello, which Burano is my favorite, but we'll get to that. One little fun fact, street signs are not actually on the street here because obviously they have canals, so there's no street. They actually hang off of the brick walls, which was so confusing to us, and that's why we almost missed our tour because we couldn't find what street it is. And knowing that this is an island, I would have never thought like, oh, how does the ambulance get to people? Y'all, they go by boat. It has a siren and all. We almost missed our pickup point because we had to meet at a certain boat stop. And we could not find the right stop because it was just a lot going on. Again, we're not used to this. Like, we're used to being in cars. Boat taxiing and boat buses is just a whole different breed. This is literally how the average person takes transportation to and from work. And ironically, we ran into our concierge at the hotel on the way to the boat pickup. I can only imagine how many people you'll run into on the boat in your town or in your area because everyone has to take that one boat to get to the main part of the town. Our first stop on the island tour was a city called Torcello, and this is what they consider to be the historic heart and the birthplace of Venice because it was the very first island that was able to be permanently settled. It's a very, very quiet island. Like, there's less than 10 people that live here. We actually got to see the Cathedral of Santa Maria and the church that was located right next to it. This cathedral was founded in 639 AD, so it's supposed to be the oldest in the Venetian lagoon. And we got to see Devil's Bridge. Now, don't ask me why they call it that, but this stone bridge is one of the few remaining examples of the Venetian bridges without side railings.
America. Congratulations for the new Pope. My grandmother is not very happy. She's 93 years old and she was, after 50 years, I was expected for one Italian Pope. We had the 20th century of Italian pops. Okay.
Our next city is called Burano, and this is my absolute favorite. This is what we would call like the aesthetic Italian town. It is so cute and so famous for their brightly colored houses and the lace making tradition. We actually got to go see a lace making like class, but y'all, those prices were being pricey. I was like, ooh, it's okay. They sell things like tablecloths, different outfits, all that made of like real lace. And don't get me wrong, the fabric looked amazing, but baby, it was not in a budget. We were only here for lunch. I would love to go back and spend a full day there. Honestly, at this point, I am feeling so tired. The jet lag is literally hitting me, and this is the downside of traveling for quick 3-day weekend trips. It looks fun and amazing, but you're so tired. I also got to see trash being picked up. Y'all, these are just things I would have never thought of. Like, oh, how do they have an ambulance? How did the trash man pick up trash? They literally lift the trash up on this machine and then it all goes into the boat. And our last island for the day was called Murano. Murano is known to be the glass island. So if you look closely, you will literally see this man take the glass and make it into this full object. These master craftsmen have been creating glass art for over 700 years. The core technique involves blowing air into the glass bubble on the end of the blowpipe, and then he uses those tools to shape it and create large or small like vases, chandeliers, or sculptures. We actually got to see some of the items that they have for sale because of course you know they're gonna sell something to you. They have a wide range of like small little knickknacks all the way up to like chandeliers, so many different things. I was not in the market to buy anything, but if y'all are looking for stuff like this, they do offer shipping. Once we got back to our main island of Venice where we were staying, we took a little power nap because y'all, those all-day tours plus the jet lag will wear you out. And I think what I really fell in love with was how everyone was just outside. Like, I miss this at home. I think this is just something that the US does not have because I feel like we don't have community-based areas anymore. Like, the sense of community is kind of gone. And just seeing this man sitting on his boat with his friends, drinking wine and just talking, that just felt so refreshing. Like, less club culture, less going out to eat culture. Like, let's just literally like go outside, let's touch grass and talk. Those are the type of things that I enjoy. So seeing how everyone was just so happy here and just literally chilling on their boats, relaxing, enjoying life, it really just reminded me how I don't like American work culture of how you're supposed to live to work. And I just think more people should be able to value their time and spend time with their families and their friends and relationships and literally live life. So that was kind of my whole take on this. Our goal was to go downtown just to see the downtown area because we realized we hadn't gone. As we were heading downtown, we wanted to find something to eat, and this honestly was not the best restaurant. We should have looked on Google Maps, but we literally just walked somewhere and found something. The food was very flavorless. All in all, I really enjoyed Venice. I would love to come back here and just spend more time. It's just relaxing and it just feels like this is somewhere I would want to just come and like be at peace. So I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it was a little different than my typical vlogs, but just hope you guys were able to see the beauty of Venice, and if anything, this is your sign to book a trip. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next vlog.